Thank you for clicking on this video. Enjoy!
Let's get started. Oh, it's raining. Act 3, The Twilight Flood, Chapter 23. I had to think there for a second. The Wheel of Fortune, and the 34th of the Astral Moon. Poison. I literally just started. What are you doing?
Buy a recipe for a wedding ring?
welcome
That
in,
seems
Poison.
worth our money
How
right
are you
now,
doing
right, guys?
tonight? Hopefully
We're ready
you're
to
doing
marry
all right.
people?
How was
no.
Power World?
What
Was
is
it a fun
commitment?
If you guys
You
have
ready
not
for
checked out
marriage
Poison,
and
please do.
children 7 days
Down
in?
below, playing some Stardew Valley
Please, no.
in that clip. Showing love, I
I
appreciate
did
it. You don't have
Nice.
to, I promise. But I appreciate it. For anyone coming in with the raid that don't know me, I'm Nerapi, Verdu streamer on Twitch. We stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. Sundays, like tonight, it's normally TIC night. I am starting early tonight, so usually I start around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I started more around 7:15 p.m. Eastern this time around, so we'll at least do a day, and if TIC members decide to pop in, then we'll switch to whatever they want to do. If not, if they don't pop in, the goal is to finish this. At the very least. Because I'm pretty sure we're at the tail end. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, normally this is what we play. And then the other second Sunday, because I forgot to mention that, it's normally Ace Attorney alongside with whoever decides to come voice some characters with us. But welcome in, everyone. Showing love, I appreciate you. Take care of myself. Alright, we're just getting started, but we'll take a sip of water. And we will get a good stretch in. Good stretch. Pal World of Sun, you get very easily distracted. I mean, there's so much to explore in Pal World, so I get it, honestly. Still got things done in the end. Love your outfit. Thank you. Thank you. That's one thing, Poison, that you'll notice is all my outfits are all stuff I've somehow found thrifting. There you go. Or most of it, anyways. So this was one of the first dresses that I actually found while thrifting. There's never a bad time to have water and take care of... no, I agree. There's never a bad time to take care of yourself. I agree. But welcome in. Glad Pal World was fun. So much has probably updated in this and in that game. Millie Archie. Excuse me. Good morning, innkeeper. Good morning. How's your research going? Hi, Sarah. How are you? If you guys have not checked out Sarah, please do. Sarah's amazing.
It was
Been on a total
Thinking of another one, don't you dare!
Fun lately, but also usually plays Helldivers. Quite a bit of Helldivers usually.
Web, I'm gonna have to try a popcorn redeem at some point.
But I see that there's some Dead by Daylight.
10K or like 5K or something.
You need
But,
to
like,
thrift
I'll
more
actually
often,
go
honestly. I've seen some... You can find so many really cool things, Poison, while thrifting, is what I've noticed, personally. Obviously, like, there's some things that I just completely disregard. Like, there's a lot of, the few... Well, not the few times. The times that I've seen, like... I once saw, like, a really beautiful... I'm gonna say Chinese dress. It was beautiful, but, like... I'm Canadian. Me wearing that would be really, really weird. So, obviously not something I'd grab, but, like, you can find some really, really cool stuff. Good morning. How's your research going? Well, we did a lot of it. That sounds good? Yes. I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner. Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. You will keep that in mind. Yeah, you do have to be careful, though. Because some of the things you'll notice are stained or have holes and that kind of thing. So you do kind of have to be careful on what you pick up. And I would assume that usually the stores do kind of like look around and make sure that none of it is majorly damaged before putting it onto their racks or in their bins or whatever. But yeah, enemy lurking sounds good. Poison. You have to just really look before you get it. And even in like actual stores, you should probably take a look over, because honestly, a lot of people manhandle those clothes, to be honest. But yeah, especially thrifting, you usually have to take a look, which makes sense because it's clothes that other people have worn before. Just really depends how harsh they were on their clothes, I guess. So you do have to be a little bit careful. No notes are to be taken here. None. Archie, I told you already. I might be the bestest detective in Fizzo, and this might be the meeting of a lifetime, but the investigation has come first. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? I mean, it won't, obviously, because our friends are super strong and awesome, and we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up. I'm sorry, seems I can't help but gather material, even now. You're a very impressive detective, and I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my books. Is this what I think it is, Detective Melina? I'm afraid it is. Excuse me? It's a severe case of the nerves. Quick, innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does the patient agree with their prescription? Really? It's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps a cure that'll boost my toughness is just what I need. On it, patient zero. That's cute. So you want defense? That's what I thought, so steel tonic it is. This one will do. So 1, 2, and then you need one more of this, and then one of this. Steel tonic. Bing. May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges. This is excellent. I could write a novella about the superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay? Repay? Rishmay, you shouldn't just bear your worries silently. I would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths could serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. So I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been if I had managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Extralubri is nothing but a legend. The Lance of Lowignus might be real, but it proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the Sword of Balmer. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. We wouldn't know that there aren't any other weapons if you hadn't looked. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation. Oh? Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look into this weird bad guy really is. With a plan like his, he can't just be some random nobody. His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Je ne sais quoi. Okay, that felt weird trying to butcher my first language. I tried. It's just so mustache twirling malicious. I bet he has a mustache. He did. Did he get added to our book of personages? He did. Quasar. In any case, he must have left some traces we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like an old wound? Exactly! Someone who wears that much armor must have something underneath. So we'll just have to wait until he takes it off. Once he takes a bath, we should... Actually, I don't think this is a good idea after all. Still, Carolyn always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy's like a ghost. No one had seen hide nor hair of him before all this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable, with flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean, the ones Clay was able to identify. There are petunias and marigolds, which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. So that told me absolutely nothing, besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world. Duh. Then I got an idea. What about other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands. No one really seemed to fit, though. I was really close ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all that stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile, and yes, if the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't just be coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back then must have faked their death and rebranded themselves as the mustache-twirling, green-armored bad guy that we're facing now. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing. Yes, I'll write that down. Good. Fuck! I can't believe we couldn't find anything. This kid just swore. Who taught you that word, Millie? Wouldn't you like to know? Oh well. What are you planning on doing now? We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet. That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't a library be better for this? Well, maybe, but there wouldn't be enough space to set up the conspiracy board. You brought the board here? Yup! Thanks for letting us set up here, okay? I'll be in the back. Bye! I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie, you can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper. Well, don't you look chipper? It's good to see you too, Una. You can spare me the pleasantries. Long day? Nah, I was just never really into all this research mumbo-jumbo. I was surprised when I heard you volunteered for the research group. Ha! Your info-gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. I just chose the activity that's the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? Before you get another word out of me, though, I'll need something to get my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. Something to bring your strength back. Got it. Sounds like a sailor's courage for you. It does. Good enough. So... 1... 2. And then... one of this. And that should be it, right? No, I'm trying to do Sailor's Courage. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing an agility. There you go. I was like, I'm missing something. But I don't remember what. Here, for all that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing. I feel like I could crochet gloves for an entire army with this. You got some more... Oh, I thought that was from in the game. I thought that was from somewhere else. You got some more adventurous stash away in those back rooms of yours? Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So, what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part. Any news on that front? Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is a key part of my job. Spoken like a good little innkeep. As for their research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage that breaking the sigils did is pretty much irreversible, as expected. That teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. Apple, go to bed. Jeez. Hi, Apple. How are you?
Okay. Thank you for the free switch out. I was just gonna chill with what I had, but
have not checked out Apple,
you know, you make my
please
job
do.
a lot more easy.
Apple has
Anyone
been
want a
streaming
phone?
for 12
considering my
whole
phone
years and was
freaking-
celebrating
Hell yeah.
it earlier for 24
Like, I don't even
hours
care.
or a little
I'll
over
just be
24 hours
sanitized.
because Apple can't
I'll
just
sanitize
stream
that phone
24
and be
hours.
like,
It has to be like 25 or
New
26
phone.
or something along those lines for some odd reason. I don't get it personally, but please check out the beautiful soul that is Apple. You're alright? Glad you're doing alright. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing good. TIC night tonight, I don't know if anyone's gonna join us. If they don't, then the plan is to hopefully finish this. I love you too, Apple. I just want you to take care of yourself. I just want my friends to take care of themselves, get some sleep. And by good chance, I mean like 70%. What kind of backfiring are we talking about? Like everything blows up and fireworks and fun? No. Like immediately dying. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? They're taking it in stride. They're just not too... They're just too stubborn to give up. I'm not sure. That sounds like them. But how are you feeling, Apple? Hopefully not too bad? What about you? Me? Oh, this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. These kinds of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while in this business. I've lived my life, I've made my choices, now I'm just doing whatever I want anyway, either way. If the end of days comes knocking on my... Let's retry that. If the end of days come knocking and I'm on my porch crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch. You're here, looking after the people, trying to avert that doomsday scenario. You feel amazing? How can you feel amazing after streaming for like 28 hours? Yes, I'm just gonna keep going up and up at this point, because that's what it felt like. Oh my god. Glad you're doing good. I can't believe I had to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. No thanks. Unfortunately, you've got a point. I guess I got swept up in all this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Apple's not real, that's why? Apple's not real? Apple is a figment of our imagination? Oh no. It's blissful really once you get past the have two parts, like a soul reset in, honestly. Oh my god. You're insane. Because I've done one 12-hour stream as part of a subathon 4 years ago now, almost. And I pretty much crashed soon after. Caring? Not like I need to elaborate, preaching to the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Huh, sure, whatever. Let me just ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all of this is over? You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? No way in We hadn't had all the information on all the characters yet? Snapple, yes, Snapple is here. For someone who initially didn't care about saving the world, she's actually quite involved now. Even though she denies that she cares, or that these doomsday scenarios scare her, seeing her actual emotions begin to shine through really makes me happy. I bet her autobiography will be an absolute page-turner. I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. Are Melly and Archie here? In the back. I'll go see if the youngins need some company. I don't quite remember the voice that I gave the big bad. Lights out. Greetings, good mythical afternoon, adventurers. Good afternoon, innkeeper. Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. Sorry about that, we didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. You missed chicken? I thought you hated chicken. The floorboards should be able to endure it just this once. It's okay if you want to leave now, Baya. We all made it back safe. Okay. But please keep the blankets. I could make some soup. We should be good for now. Thanks, Baya. Where you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. I see. Goodbye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. Stay safe, Baya. Chicken chapuis-do. It's okay. Spit it out already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from that mountain. It's just I feel bad, alright? So? That doesn't sound too good. Isn't that pretty obvious? Right. More importantly, have the others come back yet, Innkeep? They haven't. It's a waiting game then. Great, my favorite. Alright, Innkeep, this is where ye come in with a drink. I'm going to explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue fella. And which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from disappointment that might do. Certainly. Ko, thank you for redeeming first. I appreciate you. So something defensive like a steel tonic? Got it. of this. And then one of this. Yeah, yeah. Welcome back from the ads. I'm sorry about the ads. Was it already ad time? Sheesh. I hope your disappointment will be just a distant memory after this drink. Burns ads do it. Thanks, just take the edge off. Didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine for now. Count me in, innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it. But perhaps understanding where we failed wouldn't be a bad idea. I'll see what I can do. That's the side aisle. Yep. That's good enough. So we want two of you. And then, like, three of you. So down. This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42. What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. But this is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really fucked. Was it that bad? You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't just be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something out by now. You probably already have some quests in store for us for plans C, D, and X. I'm sorry, X. Archie and Millie couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's... Come on, Innkeeper, stop joking around. I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. Then what are we even doing here? What? If the Innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting time here? If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the world-saving weapon. And now we're here to what? Have a nice chat. Oi, you're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. I think that was the first time that I actually did a voice that could go well with how she looks and speaks. And then the only reason that was because of how the words were specifically laid out, because I'm not gonna do that again. Well, maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. X, sit your arse down. This is no time to lose your cool. We're not just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach us in first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go running around without a plan. So, are we cool? Yeah, we're cool. Good. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story and keep. I'm looking forward to getting some context. Right. After our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up X. We said goodbye to Kyle, he cried, then he left for Marrow Castle. Soon after, Kara and Baya picked us up. They just stepped out of a tree right next to us. Baya was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's pen pal with the Yeti and she'd never gotten the opportunity to visit. And then, whoosh. Whoosh? Yeah. 1 minute, we're surrounded by nice and lush woods, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey through the Highlands was so fast, it's barely noteworthy. It was impressive. I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic, But I suppose such a feat of conjuration was pretty cool, even though nothing blew up. And then Yi had to keep blabbing to Bai about it until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. While the view was great, we were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village Clay told us about, no one could point us towards the temple. Care looked like she was getting ready to throw people around if they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear that no one knew anything. Even though we still had nowhere to go, we left the village. That's when Baya let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kind of like this. I'm not going to try to replicate that, I'm sorry. Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insisted I stay to tell the tale. Oh, Millie's back. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Linny. Okay, that's a cute nickname for Carolyn. Good to see you, Melly. No one died. X just got a little too excited. Whoopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore. Or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. So Baya let out a scream. We had no idea what she did, but before she could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. Hi Zilla, I'm doing good, and you? How are you doing? It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Care almost tore it into it as soon as it was close, but before we knew it, Baya rushed forward. I almost attacked Baya's pen pal. You actually met the Abominables Yeti? Really nice fellow. Also pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. And there it was. Lo and behold, the Temple of where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking. I thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all that sparkling snow. That's easy for you to say. You just vaulted right over that rubble, all that rubble. Guess we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course. A gigantic, wet slab of stone in weathered condition. How are you doing, Zilla? Anything new, I guess, for the weekend on your end? If there's one thing I know about this sort of thing, it's that gates like this are super inconvenient. Sure, they're pretty good for defense, but what are you gonna do if you want to pick up a package and it slams shut behind you? Yeah, X, please. Oh, you got the star. Good job. You hide a key under the doormat, of course. Right. And since I'm such an amazing wizard, I found the doormat really quickly. What he meant to say is that he stumbled upon a mechanism by chance, and then destroyed it. It worked out fine in the end, didn't it? I totally knew that destroying it would open the gate, and it was already half broken anyway. The welcoming committee was great. I love having spells flung at me without warning. Not ideal, I'll admit, but our fire resistance and that dexterity really came in handy. And Carolyn handled anyone that got too close to us without issue. The priests were so unexpectedly tough. They wore these white gems all over their bodies that proved to be extremely hard to break. Absolutely dripping, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm sorry you're under the weather. Ooh, sparkle red. Nice, Zilla. That sounds fun. Are you doing that right now? You spend too much time with Iniko. Any case, I usually prefer a less deadly atmosphere for forging my weapons. Everything. I can't do accents, I apologize. Everything would have to happen very quickly once we get to the plane. I just have to trust my preparations were enough. At least it was pretty obvious where we needed to go, the altar towering above everything else. My poor feet. That last sprint up there was their death sentence. And then I saw the altar. You think it might make your headache worse? That's fair. That's fair. What's wrong with the altar? What did you see? That's the thing. We saw nothing. Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flames should have rested. We were so foolish. The clues were already there when we were approaching the temple. All the rubble, the poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the highlands. I should have known that an eternal flame was too good to be true. Not even the dragon's might is made to last forever in this world. It was all such a waste of time. Niall, thank you for the 27
just subscribed
months.
for 27 months.
You didn't have to, I promise. But I appreciate it. How are you doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing alright. But yes, thank you for the 27 months. I promise you don't have to. You can imagine our shock at what we saw, Innkeeper. The realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer.
Uh-oh.
I'm tired, that's fair.
Hey,
Early start.
holy shit.
I'm doing good. To answer that second question that I didn't read out loud, I'm doing good, thank you. Early start. Yeah, I started a little bit early.
Amazing.
It's TIC night tonight. I don't know if they will make it.
Wow.
But I at least wanted to do one day of Tavern talk either way. Because we're so close to the end, and if it so happens that TIC can't make it, I'm really, really hoping to be able to finish this tonight. At least a base game, so that we can finally start the DLC. And I think if that's the case, that we do get to that point, I think what we'll do is we'll finally bring back Persona 5 on Tuesdays, and then Tavern Talk DLC on Thursdays. I think is what I will do it. But yes, Scylla, like Ko is saying, I hope you feel better soon. Nothing to wield against a necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priest hadn't reached us yet. There was just the sound of the wind. And the crushing disappointment we were all feeling. And then the whole...
Zilla's been just subscribed for 3 months. Hee hee.
Hee hee. Thank you for the 3 months, sorry. Thank you for the 3 months, Zilla. You don't have to. Like I just told Niall, you really, really, really don't have to. But I appreciate it, okay? Thank you for all the support. No. No hype train. Ink, you're already done? Didn't you just recently start?
Now it's out here?
Or am
Like
I
we did.
dreaming and you started a few hours ago? Either way, Ink, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. If you guys don't know Ink,
Snarzari for
please check out Ink. Ink is amazing. Ink
What
was...
you eating?
I met Ink fairly early on in my streaming
I'll eat
career.
ass at a high price. Let me see.
So please, everyone, go check out Ink. Ink used to basically only play the Tales of games, because Ink was going through all the story, all the 18
Or
17,
are they?
18 mainline
You did
games,
88.
something like
They're
that.
looking at it right.
And now
You did 88.
Ink has been
Your
playing
report
some
is 30
Persona,
seconds late. Can they
Cube
not do
Shadow of
this,
the
like,
Labyrinth,
not
as
in
well
front of
as
barrel?
a few other games. Hey J
It's gonna
Racer,
let
how
her
are
hair
you?
down her hair.
How are you?
Your
I
report is
think you
30
streamed
seconds late.
earlier.
Transmit
How's
data to the
stream,
install
J
tower
Racer?
at once. They are different from mechanized, as they lack a synthetic spirit. Apparently, they.
Okay, so Frosty Tools likes to shout out, and then I have the auto shout out, so that's a double shout out. There you go. Writers get double shouts, I guess. That's fine. For anyone that does not know me, I'm Nerapi, Verity streamer on Twitch. We stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. On Sundays, normally it's either TIC night or Ace Attorney, with whoever decides to come voice some characters with us. Tonight should be TIC night in half an hour, unless people don't pop in which case the goal is to finish this game, which was our Tuesday and Thursday game. And then on Tuesdays, we should hopefully be returning to Persona 5 fairly soon. And then Thursdays, we would work on the DLC for this game. I wanted to try to get as far... Ew, excuse me. At least get the base game done. Because this game was gifted to us by our friends at Future Friends. And they wanted us to review the DLC specifically of this game, but I had to go through the base game first, so I was trying to at least go through the base game as quickly as possible. Stuff with food? Oof. What kind of food? Stream was good. Finished Dodgeball Academia on stream. Nice. Oh. Oh no, Ink, I'm so sorry. Power went out, unfortunately, but chillin'. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm sorry the power went out. So you're just on your phone then, I'm guessing? And then the whole temple started shaking suddenly. Seems like the impact of the flood wasn't the only thing we didn't notice. The place has a guardian. I never imagined I'd ever get the honor of seeing one again. Not after... Turns out, the whole time we hadn't been walking on a stone path, but on the body of a guivre. I'm gonna go Google that word, because I never heard of a guivre. Yes, I'm saying it with a French accent, I guess, because that's what makes sense to me. It's a mythical creature similar to a dragon or a lindworm. In legend, they were portrayed as serpentine creatures who possessed venomous breath and prowled the countryside of medieval France. And I'm glad that I used the French guivre for it, because apparently it is French. Nice. Learning about mythical creatures of France. Thank you, game. Curry goat with rice and peas and a salad. Yum. That sounds delicious.
Hold up, I'm gonna try to
Banana
get them small
sucks,
and
banana
try to get
does
in there.
not
'Cause
suck.
those are pretty small.
If you want my honest opinion.
Whoa! Look at that perfect time.
How goes the tavern talk so far? It's going good. It's going good. We're end game. So if anyone's wanting to dodge spoilers, I guess you shouldn't stick around. I guess. And I agree, banana does not suck. Chips or crisps, whatever you call them. I'm gonna take a guess that you actually mean fries. Because the British likes to call them chips and crisps. That would be patate frite. Patate frite. There we go. There you go, banana. Scammed? What do you mean scammed? Where chips at? We call them chips too. Or at least in my area, we still call them chips. Huh? If you're looking for actual, like, chips in French, because apparently puss. You know what? Potato chips. Even just Google is just saying chips. So it's the same word. If you're meaning about potato chips, they're also just called chips. There you go. You got reverse scammed. You did. Thank you for the 25 bits. I appreciate it.
Zombie just cheered 25 bits. I got reverse scammed.
You did. It's fine. Its snake body unwound from around the temple while its wings lifted it into the air. It looked majestic. The sun reflected off its pure white scales that shimmered iridescent in the light. When its gigantic head was level with the altar, you could see an enormous gem embedded between its eyes. It shone every color imaginable. What I wouldn't have given to work with an opal of such fine quality. It's good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there. But I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. The thing reared back and then bit off the altar's tower. It would have been really cool if it hadn't also carried us up into the air. But thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate it. Sorry for the ads that are starting apparently in 5 minutes. It was pretty clear what its goal was. Never been so thankful for taking a wizard along. Though that feathery descent could have come in a bit earlier than, like, 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh, I'm sorry. Chanting while falling at terminal velocity is kind of hard. Lurk, work, sounds good. Hope you enjoy your chips, crisps, fries, whatever it's called. I will. I mean, I have the ingredients to make a poutine, so I guess I could make a poutine. I'm glad you weren't transformed into pancakes. We landed somewhere the Guive must have been resting before. There was no snow, so we urged Baya to work her magic and create a tree tall enough for us to step through. That would take some time, though. Also noticed a bunch of loose gems around the place we landed. Very similar to those worn by the priests, and definitely related to the Guive. Though the fact that they were just laying around in piles was curious. Yes, give the ink ad pats. That was Guive poop, wasn't it? Most likely. I wasn't really complaining. I'd never seen such durable opals. While Rhea was busy gathering those gems, the rest of us were keeping an eye out in case a Guive struck again. We didn't have to wait long. I don't know what we would have done without Baya. Her vines covered us like a dome and deflected the blows, just barely. I knew they wouldn't endure another attack, so I readied my blade. No matter how reluctant I was to attack another guardian. Due to the previous attack, we could see a bit of the outside through gaps in the dome. We only saw the white of the snowy landscape, but then, suddenly, the bright yellow of one of the Guive's eyes. Hesitation would have meant death. Just as it was about to pull back for another bite, Carolyn struck it right in the eye. Just in time, we pulled her through the tree with us and escaped. We stopped by Baya's and then headed over here. So that's that. Never had such a depressing walk back to the tavern. Oh, quit your yapping. We were going on and on about this all the way over here too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems. Great for your stupid competition. Some of us were a bit put off by the quest failing. Why don't ye just come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. That was unsettling on the eyes. What happened? Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. Yeah. What of Millie and the others? I need to... I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Rhea. I'll take my leave. We told our story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. This might not be the case for you guys, but I have people I actually care about that I need to check on. Goodbye, X. Excuse me. It's getting late. There's always room for you upstairs if you get tired, Kaylin. It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Welcome back. Keep it. Okay, it's good to see you too. Where's the others? Nico's outside trying to calm Voy down. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. My man has not been sleeping. No, it seems like 2 of our most recent quests have failed. So, yeah, not great. We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. Did he have a panic attack? Oh, T.S. isn't giving him too hard of a time about it. She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Gone. She's gone. Tia? Who's Tia? Oh, Alethea. What do you mean she's gone? She left? No, she's dead. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Tia can't be dead. You're right. She's way too stubborn to die. Well, she did. I'm sorry, that's awful? Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No. We got away before anyone else went down. That's good. What about Fable? Did you see them there in the chasm, maybe? No. We didn't find them. Though... What? I found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. I hope they're okay. Maybe with a drink they would have been okay. What do you mean? You didn't make him a drink and keep? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them? I had hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing could ever stop Fable from helping people, you idiot. I realize that now. You should thank the dragons I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regret it well enough. Don't you worry. You better, if anything happened to them. If they end up like Alethea, I know. Me too. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Don't call her that. What? And it. Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it. Alright, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run. Of course you wouldn't choose anything else. I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. So did she. Okay, how about a drink for calming all those nerves? No. Time and place. I'll take one. Need to tell you what happened after all, even though I'd rather wouldn't. This sounding spicy? Yeah, this is the end of the world, and seems like the both teams that we sent out failed their quests. So it's either we're going towards one of the bad endings, I guess? Whoops. Got anything to make that easier? I'm running out of secrets, though. Don't worry, there's no need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. But maybe I can get you something to make the words flow easier. Yeah, we're right at the tail end of the game. So if anyone wants to play this game, you should leave. Don't we have anything else charismatic? Oh no, the Thousand Winds is the upgraded drink. I'm being dumb right now. There you go, finally found the one. It's like, which one are you wanting? And then two of this. Should do it. Thousand Winds. Here. Thanks for this little taste of normalcy. So I don't really know what to ask. Did you stop him? No. Oh. Fuck! He was faster than us, somehow. Melee and Baya drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived, we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "Catch me if you can." He knew you were coming? Apparently. Jade and Tia argued about what to do, but it wouldn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... Calling it the Realm of Nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Voy. And Tia's light. And Tia's light. We ran into the Necromancer on his way back. Didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked slightly scorched, but that didn't seem to deter him. In his hand, he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe would have had a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. They jumped all of us, himself included, and at first I hoped that'd work in our favor, but with the axe, he cut through the monsters like butter. And with the snap of a finger, he resurrected them to fight alongside him. So it wasn't just him we had to fight. It was a whole small army of undead nightmares with him right in the middle of it. We thought we were faster than even his new army. So we quickly cornered him and thought we would stand a fighting chance, but that magic fucker cast some sort of slow spell on us. Not even one round in and we were reduced to our normal speed. At least we still had some defense. He was right. It helped protect us against a lot of blows we might not have survived otherwise. But we were still losing ground, not to mention the battle. He pushed us back towards the edge of the Twilight Chasm and the portal we had entered from. He almost got Voy at that point. Voy had just played some sick solo that momentarily charmed one of the monsters away from Clay when an axe landed in his shoulder. He was on the ground before any of us could get to him, and then the necromancer just stopped, stared down at him like he was looking at a ghost. Maybe Voy reminded him of something. Maybe his dead fucking heart. Maybe. It gave Iniko enough time to pull Voy away and through the portal back to the moon pools. It's true, you know. You can see all of the 7 moons reflected in their clear waters at once. It would have looked beautiful if it had been for all the blood. And for all the monsters swarming us left and right. We were trying to cut them down, but every time we killed one, he would just bring them back. Over and over and over again. And then Clay finally found an opening, cut down 4 creatures at once, and got through to the necromancer, who was preoccupied with resurrecting a fallen giant. It should have been an easy hit, but Clay got reckless. That's when I saw the necromancer smile. Saw him notice Clay approaching. I tried to call out, but I wasn't fast enough. Just when Clay got within reach, the necromancer swung out with his axe, and it should have killed me. It should have killed me. I'm glad it didn't. Tia took the blow, didn't she? Don't be. The axe hit Tia right in the chest as she shielded Clay with her body. She moved so fast. I think when she saw Clay in danger, she finally managed to break out of the slow spell. I saw she wanted to protect him, so I pushed Clay out of the necromancer's way. And as Tia lay there, her body in the pool of the astral moon's light, he brought the axe down again. You shouldn't have pushed me. She died to save you. I had to honor that. We might have been able to save her from dying if you hadn't. I wish that was true too. We should have shielded her body so we could revive her. I think that would be a little hard to do now. Why is that? When she fell, the necromancer brought her back. Just raised her up like a puppet. Like it was nothing. She was looking right at me. She looked so sad. Because I didn't save her. Why couldn't I save her? When I saw an undead Tia rise to her feet, her weapon and shield level at us, I knew we had to run. I couldn't risk losing anyone else. That scared the shit out of me. Or it surprised me at the very least. What's your earliest memory? Is our question right now. I'm trying to remember on my end. I guess one of my memories is I remember being at my grandparents and playing Duck Hunt. I don't really remember how old I was at the time. Probably fairly young. Like between 3 and 5 probably is what I would guess. Maybe a little bit older, I don't know. No, if I had been a little bit older, we would have probably brought like a Super Nintendo or something instead of the Nintendo. So yeah, that makes sense. Iniko picked up Voy as soon as he called us for us to flee. Jay didn't want to leave until Voy started pleading with her, while he was almost bleeding out. She helped me pull Clay away. I still think it was wrong. It was. It wasn't. They've made the right choice. There would have been no point in losing you all too. Agreed. At least y'all got to live. After that, we made our way back here. We didn't know where else to go. I I'm glad you made it all back. But I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her! The dragons are neutral. The dragons are fuckers. Sure are. The real fucker is the madman who killed her. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use her to navigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that. She would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can't get her back, we at least have to bring her here to give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. If we had stayed, we might. But we didn't. Thanks to you. But it is what it is, right? You say we can't go back, so we can't change anything? We screwed up. We played right into his hands. All this power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything. Hold on. I'm sure you did your best. What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel her anymore. The bracelet, it's just empty. There's just an absence where Tia should be. I feel like if we had just done something different, if I had been more stubborn. Cries? Why are we crying? I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? I think the necromancer, I think he heard everything. What you planned, I mean. How could that even be possible? After you left the jackdaw near my door, I think it was a spy, and it heard everything. What? How does that even happen? How did you not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is, it's not your fault. The plan failed. He outsmarted us. All of us. So there's nothing we could have done? That can't be right. What's the point in all this then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has Ur's axe. He has an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. And we don't have a magic greatsword either. You've got to be kidding me. What? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Fuck! So, we've lost. It's over? Not yet. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here, so we can still fight. Can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Hey? No, I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spying bird in your tavern, or maybe you did, who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of this? Of course I care. I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back too, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you then? Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses, and I'm done pretending we'll make it through with this. Clay, please stay. Out of the entire group, he was the closest to Alethea. Yeah. Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him? If I was him, I'd kill all of us, so no. What kind of drink do you want? Are you ready for it? Yeah, Are you ready for How are you? Are you okay? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing all right. I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. Good enough, anyways, to be here, I guess. If that makes sense. If you guys have not checked out Chapuis, please do. Chapuis amazing. Promise.
That's right. We are running nude in the streets. Who needs clothing?
Love you,
Clothing just
Chapuis,
holds
very
you
much. I don't know, something fast, maybe? Didn't help with the fight, but might help with my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. So, Swift Strike or something. Last Whisper. Last Whisper it is. Yeah, this one. Yeah, Ko's been saying that they've missed you all day. That was like one of the first things Ko said. Ko was like, "Where's Chapuis? Where's One, two. That should be it. Last Whisper. Fast and quick. Just how I like it. What kind of drink did she like? Defense all the way. That's up. That was weird. Why did it do that? Never skipped through a day like that before. Huh? Okay. Sure. Act 4, The Wake. Chapter 23, The Wheel of Fortune, 34th of the Astral Moon. You want the French word for tavern? It is a tavern.
A new path action. Steal townspeople's belongings.
If you guys have not checked out Caliphie, please do. Caliphie's amazing.
I'm gonna steal your clothes. I'm gonna steal your clothes.
Why would you steal my clothes?
You must be starving. Here, have some bread. Oh, thanks.
Oh,
I'm gonna steal.
Oh my god. How are you doing, Caliphie? Because I got a new path action, steal people's belongings. Don't threaten me with a good. Oh my god, Ko. But hopefully you're doing alright, Caliphie. Yeah, that was the first time that it skipped the day like that. That was weird. Or it didn't really skip, more so that it just went straight to the next day. That was weird. Chapuis already stole your clothes? Oh no. Make me run nude through the streets? Oh my lord. Apple, go to bed. God damn it. Apple, you've been awake for like 32 hours at this point or more. Go to bed. For you all that don't know, Insane Applejacks has been streaming for 12 years and was doing a 24-hour plus stream yesterday, slash today. I don't even know anymore. It's fine. So please go check out Apple. Been woke his whole life? What do you mean? Oh my god. Someone should go after Clay at some point. We'll need his help. We don't have time to let ourselves fall apart right now. Easy for you to say, you weren't there. Carolyn's right. We'll have time to feel defeated once we're dead. You got a good bit of cleaning done today? That's good. That's good. I should probably clean a little bit too, to be honest. You haven't been productive at all? I was somewhat productive, I guess. I got up, fitness boxing 3, whatever. Then showered, then IPL'd. Then spent a little bit of time with Apple and ate. And now we're here, I guess. Hopefully maybe finishing this game today? I don't know. As far as I was aware, Act 3 was the last act, and now we're in Act 4, so I don't know anymore. Thank you, but saying you didn't have to, well, I did. So if a mod could shout out Apple, I'd appreciate it. Or I could do it myself too, that's fine. Carolyn's right. We'll have time to feel defeated once we're dead. Thank you for the shout out. Right now, all is not lost. Not yet. Sure, it's just a bit hard to buy this never give up shit, probably. It's just hard to buy this never give up shit right now. If you know how to salvage all of this, feel free to share with the class. I'm serious. I won't even roll my eyes at any heroic speeches right now. You can't follow more than once, Apple. Yeah, I figured. So what? Do you just want to give up? I don't know. Clay was right. It's getting pretty hard to see the point. That's exactly what got us into this mess to begin with. What? Your failure? No. This fucking ambivalence. I think you guys need to take a good hard look at reality. I don't like betting on losing horses. Of course. Did enough pro bono today? How much it'll cost you to get you interested again? Oh, you can shut the... Oh, you can fuck right off. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, you can fuck right off. Alicia. What's up, Dave? Think this through. What would you even do? Where would you go? Don't patronize me for trying to save myself. Dave's right. There won't be anywhere else to go soon. I don't want to hear it, Innkeeper. What do you even know? All you do is sit here and watch everything fall apart around you. Don't you dare lecture me on this. I don't think that's very fair of you to say. You really want to talk about fair? Must be easy, huh? All up on your high horse, watching us struggle every day? And all you can spare is some half-assed commentary and a few pleasantries. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you mercenaries cared so much. Well, I got there in the end. Did you? Should have figured. Explains why that bird spying on us all this time was also just a footnote for you. Hey. You always go on and on about your responsibilities as an innkeeper. How it's your duty to serve anyone that walks through those doors. If that necromancer fucker walked in here, would you offer him an ear and listen to his story? Would you serve Ilithia's murderer a drink with the same smile like you do for us? Hey, maybe you'd bring her corpse along. Good thing you've already know what drink to serve her. Ouch. But you can subscribe more than once? No, you can't. No throwing rocks at yourself. That's cruel. Why are you defending her? You should be just as pissed as me. That health is gone because she couldn't get over her own ego, right? Don't judge me, I gotta pay my bills, I'm a freaking bartender, right? What if you want to be stoned? I mean, depends on the kind of stoned you want to get. Excuse me. For all we know, Fable could be dead. Fable could be dead in a ditch somewhere we wouldn't know. My drinks aren't miracle tinctures. They can't move mountains. But they could provide the edge between life and death, couldn't they? And you decided to refuse them that help because you were petty. Not like it matters now. Don't talk like Fable's already dead. Maybe you should have thought harder before letting Fable walk away like that. What happened to believing them? If there's even a chance they might come back, I'll keep these tavern doors open. Good to know you seem to be have somewhat of a heart. Whatever. Whatever? I don't know what else you want me to say. Just try to say something that doesn't make it sound like you've already given up. Like you didn't give up the moment things turned rough in the chasm? That was different. People were dying. A lot of people will die soon because we ran. So unless you have some big idea for how to fix this world... Oh, I know. You can just set up another hit, Dave. That way someone else can take care of your problems again. It just won't be me this time. Innkeeper, Carolyn, it's been real, or not. But risking Clay's temper seems more meaningful than sitting here, so goodbye. Oof. The whole crew is falling apart. She does have a point, doesn't she? I don't know what to do anymore. Or our way back from the Highlands, I was thinking I could just go see my family. But would I even reach them before the sun sets for the last time? I could have tried. Instead, I'm here. I'm not sure why. There must be something left to do. Maybe if we have the element of surprise with your sword, we might... No. The sword can't save this world, and neither can I. You'll throw penguins instead of rocks, then? Who said about being stoned means being hit by rocks? Could mean something else entirely. Fable! Wait. Why do you look like you have dragon scales and horns? Am I seeing things? Fable? Hello, everyone. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome back. I'm back. Somebody pinch me. Ow. I said pinch, not punch, Carolyn. That wasn't a punch. I'll show you. Wait, it's really me. Even though I do look a little different. Is it weird? Yay, pinches! Ads, I'm sorry about the ads. I wish I could stop them. Okay. Caliphy! I've been sending quite a bit today, so we're gonna sit. Calfee, thank you for the sub. You didn't have to, but thank you for that. Shall we enjoy the ad-free viewing, as well as the emotes, I suppose? But thank you, Calfee. I appreciate it. And the reason why we were talking about pinching Chapuis is because Fable is finally back. Looking a little bit different, but Fable is back. Okay, was it Mel Mel? Mel Mel, thank you for the 30 bits as well as the gifted sub to Chapuis. Throw yourself through window like a football? Footballs can make it through windows? I suppose they can. Even though I look a little different, is it weird? Thank you, Mel Mel, I love you, right? No, it suits you. Looking badass, Elfie. Thanks, I like it too. She just hates ads, I don't know. Mood. Like, I hate ads too. Like, I hate that we're forced to run ads. Like, sure, honestly, I hate to say it, it does give us as streamers quite a bit of money, even with small communities like ours. It does give us quite a bit of money, but like, at the same time, it's like, it's a lot of ads. You obviously scuffed because that's low chroma. Oof. Oh, Kelfie said that, not chroma. I don't have your glasses on. You apologize. You're fine. You're fine, Co. I deserve money? No, you all deserve money. I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks, I like it too. I like the horns. They look very, horny. Thanks, game. Thanks. They look very horny. Goes, no. No. Even if even one of you even thinks of trying to do that, I'll just remove my affiliate status. That easy. Sheesh. Guess you'll all have to deal with only having the emotes in the Discord. Nope, that sounds wrong. Let me try again. Take your time. They are very pretty. Beautiful. Effervescent. Do you need one of your own drinks, Innkeeper? Well, what I really want to say is... I'm so glad you're okay, Fable. You will have to house Chapuis now? I can leave with Nerpy, oh my god. A house boy. Oh my god, you're good. Do I have to bring out the collars? Is that what I'm understanding here? Sheesh. And I'm happy you're back. I'm really happy to see you as well, Innkeeper. And there's so much for all of us to talk about. Wait, before that, first and foremost, I want to say I'm truly sorry. I should never have refused you to make you a drink. No matter what insecurities I was dealing with, I should never let them get in the way of keeping you safe. I made it back, didn't I? I thank the dragons for that, but I still ended up acting like a giant hypocrite. None of my encouragement was ever given in falsehood, yet learning to trust in the abilities I knew you had, it was hard to trust in you while the worry for your well-being was eating me whole. The worry of losing a friend. Don't you mean regular? No, you're my friend. If you'll still have me. You know, I thought a lot about our last conversation. But thank you everyone for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Okay, so I guess TIC night is not happening because no one popped in. It's been 20 minutes, so whatever. I was upset at first, but most of all, I was afraid. Afraid that we'd never talk again. I didn't even know if I wanted to come back to this tavern. Maybe the me from a few weeks ago would have just stayed away, but you're important to me too, Innkeep, and I want to be brave for the both of us. so I came back to hear you out. And I'm happy I did. Glad you're both finally able to resolve this. That conversation must have really eaten into your word count for the day, innkeeper. Worth it. But yes, you'll have to carry me from here on out, Dave. I'll try my best. Oh my god, Chapuis. How? That's funny. That's funny. Not gonna lie, that is funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, right. Guys, we don't have time to chat. There's this necromancer that sold Ur's axe. I don't know who he is or what he wants to do with it, but we have to stop him. Why are you guys looking at me like that? Might be good to get everyone up to speed. You go first, Fable. You got us at the edge of our seats. Well, as you know, I was searching for Millie around the portal to the Twilight Chasm. It was just a tiny crack. But you noticed it today as I was cleaning. I was mortified. At least I don't pay for heat here, I guess. At least. Well, that is funny. What the heck? How does that even happen? I couldn't find any clues, not with the devastation left behind after the flood. And then a thought struck me. What if Millie was pulled into the portal by the waves? That would have been a nightmare, literally. And even if I could swear I saw the shadows around the portal moving. Or the fact that it's the entrance to the plane called the Nightmare Realm. I couldn't just abandon my friend. So, I went through the portal. How did that go for you? To be honest, I barely remember what happened when I first went through. Well, hopefully all the evil spirits didn't get in. Hopefully. Did you put the... What is it people usually put over their doors to make sure evil spirits don't come in? Flowers and that kind of thing, I think? Spirit Tomb got them? Good. Had I read that? To be honest, I barely remember what happened when I first went through. Okay, I did. The sordid landscape, the giant, gangly creatures roaming around. My heart was beating out of my chest. All my blood was in my ears again. Eventually, I found an alcove that gave me some shelter, but I just couldn't stop freaking out. In my blind panic, I'd run so far away from where I entered that the chance of finding any traces of Millie was almost zero. Isn't dark strong versus ghost? Virtuum is ghost dark. Yes, exactly. So what did you do next? I must have fallen asleep. What? Excuse me? Well, all that running and worrying got me so exhausted I must have just passed out. It was weird, falling asleep in such a strange place. I couldn't remember any dreams afterward, just this sense of disquiet and unease. But when I woke up, the Twilight Chasm looked different to me. It didn't scare me so much anymore. Moreover, I felt almost melancholic as I regarded its deep purple horizons. You love this typing's only weak to fairy? Dang. Why are we staring at me? Are you afraid I'm gonna burst into fire? And suddenly, close to my alcove where spiky mountains split the sky, I saw entrances to tunnels that hadn't been there before. My curiosity got the better of me and I ventured inside. The deeper I went, the more I started seeing veins of precious stones lining the walls. Because I'm a fairy type, I might defeat your favorite Pokemon? Oh no, I'm sorry. I would not do that. Excuse me. I'm not that mean, Shepwee. I'm not that mean. The deeper I went, the more I started seeing veins of precious stones lining the wall. Oh my god, my eyes irritated for some reason. And soon, the tunnel widened into a huge cave. And I mean, it was huge, gigantic. I wasn't even able to see the ceiling anymore. Turns out, somehow, I had stumbled from the Twilight Chasm into the center of the plain. Not the dragon, but in front of me was the sleeping form of the Elder Dragon themselves, looking more awake than they should have been. I can only guess that the water covering the floor must have roused them. The flood had even managed to reach cavern. You mean the dragon that, if woken too early, will bring about the end of everything was awake? Yes. Great, another apocalypse. Do we get double points for a combo? Wait, I haven't finished my tale yet. But you're right, it didn't look good. Especially when the necromancer appeared. I hid behind a formation of stalagmites as soon as I noticed him. Something about his presence and armor seemed off. He was followed by a couple of undead creatures dressed in farmer's clothing. I was still debating whether to reveal myself or not when he began to cast a strange spell. A green mist started to coalesce around Ur's head. Then, their eyes flew fully open. I was stunned when I saw their gaze. Their presence had suddenly become stifling. Whatever strange visions the mist revealed seemed to enrage them. Their roar must have shaken the whole plain. Oh, is that what the shaking was? But while was distracted, the necromancer tried to retrieve their fabled axe, wrapped in their tail. It was a gut feeling, but I just couldn't let him take that axe. I had to stop him. But as he took hold of the large weapon, he turned to look right at me. My legs felt like goo. I was shaking so bad, it was hard to draw breath. I knew, at that moment, should I try to fight him, I would die. It was by pure luck that, in that moment, shook off the mist and lunged for the intruder. The undead creatures used their bodies to shield him, shattering upon with Ur's claws, while the necromancer cast the same mist spell again. The spell missed, and retaliated with their mighty dragon fire. The necromancer was barely able to throw up a shield spell in time, and yet, even the fire wasn't enough to prevent him from escaping. For a while, nothing happened. There was just silence. I think desperation made me brave, or blind to the consequences, but I could hesitate no longer. If that necromancer was to use the axe for evil, well, I had the chance to stop him and didn't. So, I abandoned my hiding spot and ran towards begging them for help. You just asked the Elder Dragon for help? Can Spiritomb use any steel or poison? That's a question for Pokemon Professor Chapuis. Yes. It seemed like my only option at the time. How did they answer? With a riddle. Went something like this. I just didn't put his name in front. I figured. I was just saying Chapuis's name out loud in the hopes of calling Chapuis into chat if he's just lurking and listening in. Gems and jewels I create, yet my most precious treasure I still await. Sought by many, found by the lucky, it blessed the old and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, an immortal's delight. So close to death, unseeing you find. What little mortal do I seek? Gems and jewels I create, yet my most precious treasure I still await. Sought by many, found by the lucky. It blessed the oldest and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, an immortal's delight, so close to death, unseen you find. I'm just trying to work this out on my own. I'm probably not going to be able to because I'm not the greatest. So the first part is talking about gems and jewels that are being created, yet my most precious treasure I still wait. And then the second part, sought by many, found by the lucky. It blessed the oldest and youngest before it struck me. So if that part refers to the gems and jewels, diamonds have been sought by many and found by the lucky. And it can bless the oldest and youngest, because diamonds was one of the... Maybe not so much nowadays, I'm not sure, but it is one of the more precious gemstones. No mortals stand against it, and immortals delight. No mortal stands against death, which it can probably be to a no mortal's delight, I guess. So close to death, unseen you find. I'm not sure. I was never good at riddles. I prefer a more hands-on approach. Just admit it, you don't have the patience. Like, I can be decent at riddles, but definitely not the greatest. We have that in common. To be honest, I could barely think past all the emotions warring within me, and so I just said the first thing on my mind. I told them how much I didn't want to answer a riddle just then. Saving people shouldn't depend on getting a riddle right. And, if we wanted something in the first place, maybe they shouldn't speak in riddles, and communicate clearly instead. Wow. Who the fuck goes up to a god, says to the god, "Do not speak in riddles if you want my help. Tell me what you want, clearly and precisely." With the guts. Wow. You said that to their face? I got caught up in the moment. It seemed to surprise them, judging by the rumbling chuckle they let out. Eventually, told me that all they wanted to do was fall back asleep. So I pulled out my lute and played the Elder Dragon, a lullaby. Me to anyone who has a crush on me because you're a little slow. Oof. I get that, Ko. Like, I personally don't know how to flirt. And I especially don't know when someone's flirting with me. So there you go. Like, you gotta tell it straight to my face. I love you. There you go. Done deal. I know you love me now. Just as I could see their eyes starting to droop, they lifted one gigantic talon to my forehead. A strange heat ran through my body, and a floating orb of blinding blue fire appeared in front of me. It was so warm and kind. It tickled my nose, and when I couldn't hold in my laughter any longer, I accidentally ate it? Before I could panic about wasting Earth's gift, their gaze let me know that everything was fine. That their flame would stay with me from then on. And that this strength was their boon to me, to this world. The makeover was included, I guess. And that's all there is to it, really. I think that was plenty. That's astonishing. It's not like I did anything special. Anyone in my position would have done the same. No, I think this has Fable written all over it. I did forget to bring a gold trinket back for you. I think you brought back something a lot more important. Hope. Oh. Elfie, are you saying you can actually produce dragon fire now? I think so. I practiced recreating the orb on the way here, but I still have a long way to go. Ha! We're gonna still be able to recreate the weapon. We're just gonna use Fable as our fire-breathing machine. Oh, God. Okay. I feel like I'm missing some context here. Later. I need to get Rhea right now. That was fast. Can't blame her. I heard you might have some dragonfire for me, Sword. Good to see you back in one piece, Fable. Good to be back in one piece. So, what's the situation? Is there a new plan? Yes. Maybe. We'll need to figure out the details. But it's fair to say we've been given another shot. Right. If there's any smithing to be done, you know I'm with ye. How long do you think you'll need to reforge a sword? Might be tight, but this isn't the first time I've worked with a strict deadline. I'll be ready before sunrise. Got no time to waste. Right. I'd still really like to know what we can't waste time on. Let's discuss it with the others. Millie's a lot better at explaining this kind of stuff. She's safe? Yes, she's safe. In keep? I just you'll have some quests locked and loaded for us top of the morning? Of course. I guess we'll see you tomorrow, Innkeeper. I feel like... Okay. So, I feel like we're gonna be splitting the party off in two again.
Chicken attack! Chicken attack!
Hi, Chicken! How are you?
What you are back before it face to play. Say my love pound, let's pretend on chicken ass. Go chicken!
How are you doing, Chicken? Welcome in. If you guys have not checked out Chicken, please do. No crying. So yeah, it kind of sounds like we're gonna split the party in two again. One to take off on the Necromancer himself and one to defend the capital.
What a great way to open a stream.
I'm doing good, thank you.
Gonna have to deal with this.
Co was missing you earlier. And they were like, where's Chicken and Shepwee and everyone else? Well, welcome in. Rest well, everyone. You're here now, yay! Alright, to each to one has to go through a number of overly complicated rituals. Good thing no cleric would ever aid in something like that. Oh. Okay, so I feel like Alethea was gonna die either way here. Because of this statement. Fable has returned from their encounter with with a mysterious ability. The power to create dragonfire. Hope is rekindled at last. A stranger has come to town. He likes plum crepes and spooky armor. Fight of hopes and dreams. All might seem lost, but the fight is not over yet. Khazar can still be stopped at the aperture. He's in the possession of a demonic weapon, but so are we. Thanks to Fable and their newly obtained dragonfire, we were able to forge a weapon to withstand his evil powers. To withstand his evil powers. I didn't really catch on the captions, so I'm just gonna make sure that that the captions caught that, so that my voice was actually loud enough to be caught by the microphone. Aim better? Aim better for what? Alright, so that's the end of another day. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. And then we'll continue. Because like I said, if I can, I really do want to finish this today. And it really, really feels like we're in the last few days. That's kind of what it feels like. So we will be right back. Alright, I am back. Are we playing basketball? Or were we trying to play basketball? I'm sorry. Why didn't that work for you all? You should be able to just do join blue and join red and then it lets you join. Rigged, right. Like, normally you just do join blue or join red and there you go, that's it. Like that's usually just as simple as that. I don't know what happened. Oops, wrong scene. We're back. Just put some chicken strips into the oven for Spouse. So I might have to walk away for a minute or less to flip them in like 15 minutes and take them out in the oven in like 30, but we're back. Act 4, The Wake, Chapter 24, House of Hope, 35th of the Astral Moon. But thank you everyone for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. A lot. Good morning! Good morning. You don't know how refreshing it is to see you three all together again? Likewise. Did you rest well? Oh my god. Stuff with what? You know what? Don't answer that. Did you rest well? Not much, but well. We wanted to spend the whole night planning while Rhea worked on the sword, but Una forced us to sleep. She's always valued nap time. Innkeeper, I've observed you put up quests for us. I did. And you even thought about defending the roots. Very smart, Innkeeper, very smart. I assume that means you all did too? Of course we did. We made plans and backup plans and teams and everything. What kind of team did you join? Fable's going to fight that big bad necromancer guy with their cool new dragon powers. And we'll be making sure the zombies don't eat people. Together with Baya and Archie. We'll evacuate the capital and Zenith too. There shouldn't be any people around when his undead army arrives. Other than our extermination team, obviously. That seems reasonable. Cover me in crumbs and fry me in oils. Oh my god. Chicken, please. You're already desirable enough. Don't make it worse. We'll need you. That seems reasonable. With Baya's help, it should go quickly too. Right? First, we wanted to ask her to teleport Team Cool Sword to the Aperture, but Baya says she can't talk to the trees in the Forbidden Valley. They're too weird. Too weird for Baya? Must be some strange trees. Yeah, I really want to see them too, but it's too dangerous, so I'll just wait till I'm older. Archie's going to help us convince the people in charge about their approaching danger. I'll help with providing good arguments and keeping things organized. And Dave will lead our group and scout out escape routes. And after that, you're staying behind for the battle, Dave? No, I'm staying with Millie. I'll bring everyone to safety and protect them there. Not out for revenge? I trust my friends who will deliver it for me. Tie game my ass! Right? I do want the Necromancer to be defeated, but I don't want to leave Millie alone again even more. So you want to stay out of it? I want to live. Oh. Plus, Millie will need an assistant. I couldn't ask for a better one. Agreed. Now, I know you didn't put up a quest for the evacuation, but could you get me a drink for the road? Something tasty to motivate me? We'll have to convince a lot of people we haven't gone mad. Sure. What secret do you have for me this time? A really big one. What could possibly still surprise me now? My real name. Don't be mad since you didn't win. Oh my god. I'm all ears. It's Neil. Neil Broom. Oh. Let's go note that down, because I will forget. There you go. Noted. Them fighting words. Oof. It's a stupid name, I know, but I think I'm done pretending to be someone else, so Neil it is. I've been wondering for quite some time if their true name was as cool as all their aliases, but it suits them well. Solving the dispute with his parents and warming up to the people around them really did wonders. It's good to see that they have found their own voice again. Okay, I read that. I love it! Neil, it's cute! Can I give you a nickname? Neely? Neil Chen? Nelly? Like Millie, but with an N? Neil is fine, I think. Oh my god. You two are funny. Neil, it suits you really well. Thank you, Fable. I'm not sure, it doesn't feel edgy enough. Oh my god. Such a nice name, definitely earns you a drink. I was hoping you'd say that. Thank you for helping me be myself. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'll make sure Neil is just as charming as Zephyr or Malachite or John then. I appreciate it. You're super mad? You're not mad. You're fine. You want to be charming as usual? This one's good enough. And then 2 defense. And 2 in charm. 1,000 wins. Some additional charm, not that you need it. Tiger, hi, how are you? Welcome in. How are you doing today? Are you shaking that butt? Did you enjoy getting jailed? From what I understood, you did enjoy it. It was spooky? Why was it spooky?
How you like them apples? Oh, shoot. Good apples.
Is that Jess playing Celeste? We love it. Some additional charm, not that you need it. This is delicious, thank you. I hope this will make me more bearable to the townsfolk. I find you plenty bearable. Thanks. Innkeeper? Yes, Fable? I've been meaning to tell you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Did you get haunted? That sounds fun. Because of the original architecture and dark history, that sounds even more fun. Sir, I heard things in the death through a corridor. That was just your mind playing games on you. I promise. Without you pushing me to go on that werewolf quest, I wouldn't have gained the confidence to face her. You're one of the best friends I've ever had. Fable, I have a confession to make. Let me guess, you don't actually know how to make hot chocolate? Actually, I really recently learned how. Would you like one? You're trying to distract us. Yes, she is, but I'd still like one. I'll accept it when you're done telling us your secrets. I'll trade your confession for the chance to make me a hot chocolate. I see I've thought you well. Alright. Did you bring your EMF and spirit box? Right? All right. This is scarier than I thought it'd be. I know, but you can do it. You didn't? Why not? That crazy necromancer? The truth is, I know him pretty well. He's my former best friend. Didn't think of it? Why not? That makes sense. It does? Well, I always knew she was hiding something. And when I saw the flowers on the necromancer's armor, it reminded me of the letter you refused to open. Yeah, that letter was... I always forget what the letter exactly said. I know I've read it like twice by now, but... Okay. Evil. So, you two were friends? We were in an adventuring party together. There was us and 4 others. Aquila, Aegis, Alkane, and Kia. Oh, it's been ages since I've said their names out loud. We spent quite a few years together. But I guess we gotta find a way to book you another jailing time, and then you can remember to bring the EMF and spirit box with you. What happened? They died. Our friends, they... Remember the other necromancer you were researching, Melly? Obviously, is he their reincarnation? Was I right? Not quite, but we fought her. Carabosia? A couple of times. She was obsessed with her mortality and would do anything to get it. To us, it was like a game. She'd do something horrible, we'd stop her goons, she'd get away. We got so used to it that we became careless and arrogant. We didn't quite realize how dangerous she really was. Thinking ourselves invincible, we went into our last fight unprepared. And my friends paid for it with their lives. Babel, to be honest, I thought that was what would happen to you when you went into the Twilight Chasm. I thought it'd be the end of you. I see. I understand why you were scared. I just wish you would have told me. Me too. When we fought her, they all went down so quickly. Aquila got mind-controlled and struck down Alkane. Kia went down trying to heal Aegis. We tried so hard to keep fighting despite it all, to not give up. And then suddenly, they were all gone. And there was only me and Quasar. Quasar? Is that his name? Yes, Quasar Dustbringer. Is that his real name? Yes. Jealous? A little. He grew up in the Order of Starlight. It was a different subsection from Tia's, but I guess Cassiopeia's servants have a flair for dramatic names. We hated each other at first. Disagreed on a lot of things. Especially about religion. Because you worship Cassiopeia and you Leviathan? Oh, you figured that one out? This place has the sea serpent written all over it. You're a very good detective after all. Why yes, it made for interesting fights, but that somehow brought us closer together. And arguing about scripture was always kind of fun. I bet. But the other necromancer, Carabosia, that one. She died, right? So you defeated her after all? Alexa, stop. Alright, be right back. Gonna go flip the chicken that's in the oven, not chicken that's in chat, but the actual chicken in the oven. So be right back. Your whole world is flipping? Oh no! What happened? Silly. Alright. We're back. No, yes, well... Kazar did, when I saw my friends were... I was pretty sure it was all over, that we'd lost. I was hopeless and scared, so I ran. I didn't stop until I was too far gone to turn back. I get that. Running's pretty easy when you're scared. That must have been really scary, to lose your friends like that. It was, but it wasn't the right thing to leave them behind. I think it's okay to regret it, but I'm so glad you made it here. I wish I was less of a coward. You're working on it now. I'm trying. Suddenly, there was an explosion of intense magic from where I had escaped from. I'm pretty sure he used a soul shatter spell to defeat her. That sounds... shattering. Like something X would use? We stole it from a mad wizard back in the day. It was clearly too dangerous to be used, so we all agreed to keep the scroll safe and untouched. But he didn't. We didn't. We both wanted to study it, despite the warnings. And while the others were partying or getting to tavern brawls or petting werewolf howls, we studied a scroll that could rip souls asunder. I don't think either of us ever planned on using it, but we were young and curious. The lure of powerful magic is a difficult one to ignore. I think when I escaped and he refused to run, with no other options left, he used it against her. And it shattered Karabosia's soul. It clearly won him the fight, but it didn't bring them back. How have we never heard about any of this? You have, in a way. It happened... 30 years ago? Yes. Huh. I was wondering why you opened the first sigil 30 years ago and then waited so long for the others. I guess it was an accident, opening the portals, I mean. That's what it did, right? With her soul? Turned it into a portal? I think so. Yes. And now he wants to bring your friends back? We can all relate to that right now. There's nothing I wouldn't give to see them again. my old friends, and Tia too, but the past has already happened and I can't change it, no matter how much I want to. I want to honor the love they taught me, the ways they changed me, and the life I still get to live. They're worth so much more than only remembering the worst thing that ever happened to them. And I don't want to destroy myself any more than my cowardice already did. You are a little bit of a coward. You could have told us this at the beginning. I didn't want to be him, I guess. Nor did I want to choose sides. He's still my friend, even after all he's done. Even after he put on Karabosia's armor and abandoned his oath, I guess no one wants to accept that their friend has become someone unrecognizable to them. I'm sorry that happened to you. To the both of you. It feels good to finally say it out loud. Is that weird? Not at all. Do you think we can share this with the others? His name and the story, I mean? If you want to. I fear Carolyn will crush me, though. I'll put in a good word for you. Do you hate me now? Of course not. You're our friend. Our occasionally stupid, shady, and sad friend. But our friend nonetheless. And Kazar is your friend. I also wouldn't know what to do if I had to fight against my friends. I'd like to think I wouldn't want to hurt them either. But you really do have to start taking your own advice. So I've heard. Thank you, Fable. You really are my favorite regular. Good, because you're my favorite innkeeper. So don't go anywheres, okay? Not this time, I promise. Do I get a hot chocolate now, or are we going to be sad for another hour? I'll get you your hot chocolate. Thank you for being patient. Daw. Hot chocolate. Alright. We probably need some kind of... This one's good. Which makes sense, because I think this is a flower and it's probably sweet. Alright, 1, 2 for the sugar rush, 1 for the charm, and 1 for the defense, I guess, because it's warm and keeps you warm in its defense. Oh, and I'm missing some intelligence. I put on too much charm. Yep. Oops. That's what happened. Charm is already high enough. I just need this. And this. Hot chocolate. Okay, cool. Whoops. I do got to be fed for once. Here, a hot chocolate, Quincy style. This is perfect! Thank you so much! No zombies shall stand a chance against my chocolatey veins. I have to go run through the garden now. See you in a bit. Good luck, Fable. I'll go with her. We'll check in with you guys after we've won. I'd like that. Once we're back, how about some cheesecake and dancing? That sounds lovely. We can make some flour biscuits too. I'm very excited to try those. Be safe out there. You too, Neil. Sounds better when you say it. Can't wait to hear it again. Aww. Thank you for sharing all of that with us, Innkeep. I guess it was finally my turn, to be honest. Do you think we'll win this? Yes, but I believe in all of you. I know you'll stop in and save us all. Especially with you on the team. You're a really good cheerleader. I know. And even if you don't come back, I'm so glad I got to spend all this time with you. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Me neither, Innkeeper. But don't say goodbye just yet. I'm still coming back to pick up that quest. I need to check in with the others first, though. I figured. Thank you for everything, Fable. I couldn't have wished for a better person to share my adventures with. I'll be back in a bit. Be patient. I'll try my best. Do 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 do. Victor? Oh, Kyle, not Victor. Well, hello, innkeeper. We have returned. Welcome back to my tavern. How are you two doing? Still clinging to those empty lines, are we? You can drop the act now, innkeep. Well, no, you're not just a mere babbler after all. Who told you the good news? We met this lovely little girl on our way here. Really chatty Kitlin. Maybe she has to overcompensate for that brooding older foster brother of hers? So you know about everything? About your history with the necromancer? For sure. Have to admit, everything makes a lot more sense now. Glad you came back. I think we have all made some mistakes in our past. Some of us married evil fuckers, others ran away because they were afraid. What counts as that is what ye do now, innkeeper. For example, how you help us fix your fuck-up from 30 years ago. I see you've already put up a quest for us. Good. You're not going to fight alongside Carolyn? Oh, fight? Whom are we fighting? The undead army, you know, the one that marching towards the capital. But who am I to blame them? Sounds like a wonderful stroll through nature. They're not strolling. They're eating away at the roots, protecting the capital. That's not very nice. You got that right. And that's why we're gonna stop them. Very well, dear Rhea. You and your cape will become welcome additions to the team. There'll also be a few more adventurers accompanying us. Scully, Una, Jade, and Iniko are going to join in on the fun. Iniko, let's hope their chaotic ideas turn out well. They better. Saving this world and the capital from destruction sounds like a dangerous endeavor. It is. Just as I thought. I couldn't bear losing yet another person so close to me in my lifetime. I know that feeling all too well. Will you both stop worrying before anything bad has even happened yet? That reminds me, did the sword turn out well? Excuse me bragging, but it turned out spectacular. I was able to craft a flawless weapon. So deadly, yet beautiful. Kara's Baba really passed an astonishing sword onto her. I even used a Greaves opal on its hilt. You mean it's Don't say it. It looks good either way. Definitely good enough for the Horror Heart competition. And with the Dragonfire little Elfie acquired, it's also strong enough to withstand Ur's Great Axe. So it kind of sounds like Fable and Carolyn will be going against Khazar. And whoever else decides to join them. A good majority of them seems to be defending the capital though. Already handed my masterpiece over to Kara. She's got to save this world first before I can win me competition. Are you sure you don't want to wield the sword yourself? Nah. I've fought my fair share of undead. I know how to handle them. I'm better off at the capital, and the sword is better off in Kara's hands. Quit wasting your points. Rude. And what do you mean, low battery? Rude? Did my thing die at some point? Oh, the battery's at 0, so I didn't get a full charge. Whoops. Okay, I might have to get my other pair of wireless earbuds then at some point. Actually, the chicken's probably gonna ring soon, so I'll go get those as soon as that happens. I'm better off at the capital, and the sword is better off in Kira's hands. I'd belonged to her Baba once, so naturally it's Kira's legacy. But there's one thing you could do. Craving one last drink, Rhea? You see right through me. Anything specific you have in mind for today? Just a drink that won't be my last. Makes us something to help us return to your tavern after all this shit. Agreed. I would love to come back here with my dear Rhea just to reminiscence. Very well. I have 2 ideas that could work. I could give you something to enhance your dexterity and intelligence, so you can easily predict and avoid all attacks. I top it off with a lotus flower for some extra draconic blessings. That'd be the drink for a purely offensive approach. What would the other drinks do? That'd be the choice if you want something less violent. A drink that enhance your natural charisma as well as up your defense. And also add some honey flowers to make you extra persuasive. We'll be trying to collect some allies on the way, so we might need to do some convincing. And additional defense seems like a good idea, but smashing the undead creatures' heads together sounds more fun than talking to them. I'm not really much of a charmer, you know? Oh, I find you quite charming. Aw, shush. And we also have Lady Evelyn on our side. She definitely knows how to get a dead heart beating again. I'm speaking from my own experience here. Your ex-wife will be joining us? Absolutely! That's an unexpected turn of events. So, she's okay? Of course she is! Alexa, stop. Alright, as I said, I will be right back. Gonna go get the last of the chicken done, and I'll get my other earbuds, so be right back. Alright, sorry. We're back. That's a relief. Did you two talk it out? We did, and while we're still a long way to go, we started to reconcile. I'll tell you all about it after we prevent a world calamity. Okay, why do I feel like there's no noise? Okay, yeah, I'm not hearing anything. Give me a moment. Okay, now I hear it. But it seems like you guys aren't hearing it. Because the audio is not procking. Have you guys not been able to hear the music this entire time? Or is that just because I had switched headphones? Okay, here you go. Like a fan? What? No, I had to switch headphones or earbuds, whatever. So I had to switch out my settings in my PC to be able to hear my computer sounds again. I'm counting on you. I suppose having a powerful vampire countess on our side isn't entirely bad. That might be your game making fan sounds. Yeah, no, this game does not have fan sounds. We're in Dark Ages here, obviously. Well, maybe not the Dark Ages, but pretty close. I suppose having a powerful vampire countess on your side isn't entirely bad. But now, what about me drink? Have you decided on one yet? No. Both sounds reasonable to me. I'll leave it to ye. Charm or violence? What will it be? You better choose wisely. Thank you. That's only mildly threatening. What are you playing, Jess? Alright, so... Last Whisper, I guess? TCG. Ooh, I need to play it again, to be honest. And then something with the drag... Blessed. Hashtag blessed. So the saber? Oh, no, wait. Citron? Yeah, Citron's gonna be our bet. So this... I need to play TCG again. It was fun. Already got that. Already got that. We need one of this. I'm struggling to keep your overhead above 2,000. Oof. 1, 2, 3. Last Whisper. Cool. I just realized that my other earbuds block out sound a lot more than these ones. You're like, look, ooh, money to buy stuff, do it. Buy all the things. I think a more physical approach fits you better. And you're quite charming already. Yeah, that's what I thought. Time to smash some undead heads. May you return unharmed. Be careful, you're starting to sound like some random NPC again. Let's go, Kyle. And pick up your ex-wife. See you later. Until then, in there, innkeeper. Stay safe, you two. Buy all the things, Jess. Do it. You know you want to. Come back. And I see you brought Carolyn with you. What a pleasant surprise. Good to see you, too. We're taking this quest if you couldn't tell. But you want to make the store bigger? No, buy all the things. I guess as much you're not going alone, I hope. Of course not. We're just waiting for the others. Voy, X, and Grace will be joining us. Ooh, they're bringing all the spellcasters with them. We're keeping the team small because it'll probably be really hard to get there. But I think Carolyn could probably defeat him all by herself anyway. I don't know. I think I work better now on a team. I think we all work better when we don't have to go through terrifying experiences on our own. All part of the humanoid experience, I suppose. No philosophizing before big quest, please. But I love my philosophizing. We know. Are you scared and excited? Yeah, both. But it's not the worst combo. We're excited for an epic fight, and scared because we care about this world and each other. That seems like a good thing. I guess if I didn't care, I wouldn't feel so worried about all of you either. Good to be worried then, in a way. Though I could do without this feeling of ants running around in my stomach. Me too, but I'm glad you care. Would you say I care, Lynn? I hate you. I hate me. Okay, sorry. That new sword of yours, Carolyn, does it have an appropriately epic name? I asked Rhea that too. She told me to name it. And Lynn panicked. She said it's just a great sword, so now its name is just a great sword. Very creative. Luckily, the most commonly translated name for Ur's great axe is just a great axe. So Carolyn fits right in with the name. God damn it. So Carolyn fits right in with the naming convention. I knew that, of course. Of course. So you've got just a great sword, unexplored dragon powers, a quest. All that's missing is a drink. A drink. It would be foolish of me to let you walk out of here without any help again. A little. I mean, you're a little bit of a fool either way. Don't think I'll just forget about whatever you and Khazar guy got going on. We'll for sure be talking about that once we've stopped him. That's fair. Are you mad at me? No, I guess we all have people we're scared to talk about. But you were right. The past always comes back to haunt us, whether werewolves or necromancers. I can handle the past as long as you guys promise to haunt me for a long while too. We'll give it our best. So, Fable, what drink should she get ya? Well, I think I should play to my strengths, but I'm not sure which one I should focus on. On one hand, dexterity will make me swifter with a bow, and always helps to be fast and evasive. On the other hand, Voy has been teaching me how to combine magic and music to support people. I think a powerful pep talk or healing word can go a long way, so charisma could work too. Innkeeper, I'll leave the choice up to you. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. I like both of these sides of myself. Just make me your favorite charisma drink or your favorite dexterity drink. A favorite drink for a favorite customer, coming right up. Alright, just straight up speed or straight up charisma. Last whisper it is. I had to find which one I used because I keep forgetting. A fang. Alright, 1, 2. This game has been really fun though, honestly. I personally recommend it to everyone. As far as visual novels in terms of like bartending goes, this is the best one I've played. Not that I've played many of those. Coffee Talk was good. I feel like this one gives you more story, I guess, in a way. Fighting skills could come really handy for this. And speed too. That way you can always run. Thank you. I feel fast and ready for battle now. Maybe I'll even have time to pick up some new ingredients for you on the way back. Focus on getting yourself back first. I think about writing up a fresh grocery quest later. So does your ex-paladin have any weaknesses? His arrogance. He still can't see himself losing. Nor does he think he has any weaknesses. And he can't imagine you have something equally important to fight for. But he's fighting for something that's already dead. You're fighting for something still alive. Make the most of it. Either way, best of luck. Thank you. Hope you don't mind me kicking your friend's ass. Tell him I sent you. I'll deliver your cutting words myself. Do you mind if we wait here for the others? Not at all. Grab yourselves a table and some, I still don't have any snacks, actually. Don't worry. I brought biscuits. Well then, have some biscuits. I'll set up a table. Why don't you sell cookies? I was never very good at baking. Maybe you should. Oh. Was able to bring him back. You can finally breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. The face and the muscle have arrived. You're all saved. God damn it. Ray? Okay, I was trying to make this less awkward, and I see I've made it worse. It's okay, Voy. Some situations call for a little bit of awkwardness. I am... Care and Keeper, I'm sorry. I forgive you. Just like that. Just like that. Thank you. Yeah, Clay, listen, I'm sorry too. You needed us, and we... There's nothing you could have done. I needed some time alone to be miserable. Thank you for still being here for me when I came back. Anytime, bud. How you feeling? Not the best. I missed her a lot. Me too. She's... I know. And I feel pretty powerless without her here. But Dave was right. She would have hated it if we gave up now. I don't want to abandon the world she loves so much. We have to try to save it. I'm kind of curious if we could save her. I kind of doubt it. Because as one of the quests, that last quest that we made, it kind of hinted that she would die. Because he needed a priest. I don't want to abandon the world she loves so much. We have to try and save it. It's Neil now, I think. But yeah, I think we owe it to her to try. And she deserves a proper ending too. Not to fade into some sort of puppet of his. You're always looking out for her. I know she really appreciated that. And you're always looking out for us. I'm sorry I got so angry about that bird. We're all trying our best. No, you were right. I should do better. Let's try to do better together, then. I'd like that. Good job, you three. That wasn't so hard now, was it? It was very hard, but it was worth it. Thanks for dragging me here, Voy. You got it. I've heard you're joining too, Voy. Course I am. What would everyone do without my priceless encouragement and skillful illusions? Or without all those magic items I stole from that wizard tower? Plus, I'm dying to hurl the worst insults known to dragonkind at that man. Don't hold back on my account. Would you like a drink to help with you with that? Nah, I've got it covered this time. Can't wait to hear your epic battle ballad about it. Oh, you will? Could I have a drink? I think I could use a little something. Like, some defense, maybe? I don't know how else I'll handle this without Tia. I'll try my best to mix up some liquid support. He's gonna want a steel tonic like Tia would have wanted. Yep. Yeah, this one's fine. And then one more fight. Or strength, whatever. Still tonic. That's probably Caliphy going live? Yeah. Cool. It's not quite Alethea, but this is as much defense as I can give you. Thank you. This reminds me of her. In the best way possible. I really needed that. Feeling a bit better? Lots, actually. Coolio. Just missing the 2 wizards now. We should wait for him with Fable. And with Fable's biscuits? There's biscuits. He's gone fast. I'm glad they picked up snack duty. Me too. I'm glad you're okay, big guy. Thank you. Now come on, before Voy starts his inevitable grand speech without us. Did someone say speech? Nope, this way. I'll miss this. Maybe I should start offering food. No, Ender would go crazy. The stars of the show have finally arrived. But Voy's already here. I don't think we can compete with that. I would agree it's hard to compete with Voy, to be honest. Aw, come on, don't kill my vibe. You spend too much time with Iniko. Impossible. Are they also why you're late? We're busy doing research, okay? Turns out we have a little bit of a problem. You mean besides the crazy necromancer with a god complex and a god's weapon trying to kill death? Besides that, yes. Wonderful. What is it? Khazar needs to go through the astral plane in the aperture to reach Tuat and do his crazy apocalypse thing. We figured he'll be able to use the portal without issue because of Tia, or what's left of her. First, he has to get to the aperture somehow, of course. As a former paladin of Cassiopeia, getting to her portal shouldn't be a problem for him. That's what we thought, which is where our problem comes in. We know he's attempting this tonight, because of the transition between the astral moon and the dying moon and all that jazz. Which means we also have to get there very fast, but teleporting into the Forbidden Valley isn't exactly easy. Its weird natural magic makes it a hazard for any self-respecting wizard. You're basically guaranteed to teleport yourself into a tree. Even Baya can't help. We're a bit stuck. Got any ideas? I'm good at teleporting drinks, not people, so not exactly. Grace, you've been awfully quiet. Do you have an idea? I do. You do? Yes, but I knew you'd say no, so I decided to pitch it to the innkeeper instead. Please go ahead. Remember those spells X found? They all sucked. Except the soul binding spell. I'm itching to try that one. Don't! You'd risk your own soul. I meant the teleportation spell. The one that can teleport you anywhere? That one. The one that could kill you? I think I could use it to teleport a small group right into the Astral Sea. Somewhere close to the portal so that they can find Khazar easily. That would be great. No, it wouldn't. Well, Did you miss the part where it could kill you? With my modifications, it has a whole 30% chance of succeeding without stripping me of all my mana. That's a 70% chance of death. We don't have a lot of options. This isn't an option. We'll find something else, another way. And with what time exactly, Hexagon? Fine, sure, I'll cast it then. Don't be silly. You're awful at teleportation. Plus, it's more stable if this caster stays behind. And you're a much better fighter than I am. They'll need you at the aperture. And I need you alive. I won't be alive if we don't stop him. I know what I'm doing. Just trust me. Absolutely not. I won't let you sacrifice yourself for some useless heroics. Either I cast it, or we don't do this at all. This is Grace's choice. Let her make it. She makes stupid choices sometimes. She's too good for this world and it'll kill her. So you'd rather shape her into something she's not? Don't you love her the way she is? More than anything, her heart is what makes her so special. Then let her keep it. If we want to save this world, this is the only way. What's the point of this world if it doesn't have you in it? X, that world without me, that you fear so much, it will exist one day, no matter what we do today. But it doesn't exist right now, and yet you keep acting like it does. I'm just worried. You're so worried about the possibility of me being gone, you treat me like I'm already a ghost. The time we have, it's so short. I know, I'm scared too. I don't want to die either. But I can't miss out on living, pretending I'm already dead. You'll have plenty of time to mourn me when I'm gone. Right now, I need you to love me. I'm so scared, Grace. I don't know what I'll do without you. You'll figure it out. You won't be alone, even when I'm gone. It's not the same. I know. But let's focus on what you can do right now, while we're still together. We can save this world, if you'll only let me live. I guess I can't keep you in a glass case like some sort of spell scroll. Make memories, cherish them, don't worry about the future. Yeah. The reason why they're having this discussion and why it means so much, Jess, in case you weren't there. Long story short, where are they? Here's X. So X is a half-elf. Well, they're both half-elves, technically. So they're both half-elves. But in this fantasy world, half-elves either get the lifespan of an elf, which, as we all know, is very long, or they get the lifespan of the other, which in this case I'm assuming is human, because they look pretty human, which, as we know, compared to an elf, humans don't live long. So that's why he's almost treating her into a glass case, as he put it, with like a spell scroll, because he's so worried about her dying. So he knows that he's going to live for a very, very long time, and he's been trying to find research into like immortality and that kind of thing so that he can make her live for as long as he does. But at the same time, he's been overprotecting her. And he's the elder brother too, so like, he just wants to protect her. Even though I'd come up with great riddles to trap you with, I'd solve them instantly. You would. Do you really want to do this? I can help. This is how I can help. So they just know what lifespan they'll have? Seems like it. Although in this case, I'll attribute it to how they look. If you really take a look, a close look at the two characters, you'll notice that he looks younger while she looks older. Yet she's younger. So that's probably how they know, is how fast they're aging. You don't have to. I want to. Let her be her own potion X. She deserves this. You'll make it out of this, okay? You have to promise me you'll make it out of this. I promise. And then we'll have a tea party. I really do think you'd love this game, Tiger. This game has been really good. Like, as far as visual novels go, like, it's not as puzzly, I guess, as like Ace Attorney or something like that. Or, I keep forgetting, Layton is the one you're going through right now? But this one's been really good. Like I keep saying, what I really like about this is that when there's a quest, you get the decision of 2 drinks that they tell you that they would like, and that directly interacts with how the quest is going to play out. So it makes you feel like you actually have a choice, comparatively to like other visual novels like Coffee Talk, where the story is not fully laid out. Coffee Talk relies a lot more on if you make the correct drinks. And you kind of have to guess how to make some of the drinks is the issue. This one, it's a little bit easier in that aspects. So with this one, like they'll tell you, I want a swift drink, something that makes me fast, something that makes me strong, something that makes me charismatic, something that gives me a lot of defense. Yeah, I think I read online there's 3 endings to this game. There's 3 endings. I don't know if I'm heading for a bad one or a good one or what's going on, but there's 3 endings. Leslie, how are you? Welcome in. Hi, was games and demo. What were you playing specifically in games and demos? But welcome in. Check out Leslie, please. Thank you. I'd appreciate it. Also check out Chiro. How were the streams, you two? Hopefully you had a good time. I'm sorry I don't often get to stop in. You two tend to stream when I'm either like in the last hour or 2 of work, or just before I stream, or while I stream myself. So it's kind of hard to stop in, so I apologize. But welcome in. For you all that might not know me, I'm Nerepi, Verdu streamer on Twitch. We stream every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, normally we play Tavern Talk. We're at what seems to be right at the tail end of the game. And our friends at Future Friends had given us the game to, or review codes of the game, so the full games for the DLC. So because we didn't have the base game, they gifted us both the base game as well as the DLC. So we're currently finishing the base game, and then we'll get through to the DLC right after. But normally on Sundays, we either play games with TIC, which normally tonight would have been TIC night, but no one seemed available. So here we are trying to hopefully finish this game. So we started early, and I think I should be ending towards the end of the game. And then every other second Sunday, we're currently playing Ace Attorney. But welcome in, everyone. No worries, good to see. Yeah, I'm always lurking, you all. But I don't get the chances to really say hi, so I apologize for that. But what were you playing tonight? Thank you for the shoutouts, of course. Apparently Frosty Tools now started doing shoutouts. So, and I already have auto shoutouts. So it has that little weird interaction. But yeah, before you all came in, Tiger. So this game has, as far as I know, 3 different endings you can get to. So we're heading towards one of the first ones so far. Right, we weren't actually making a drink. I was just trying to explain the drinks and how they work. And then you also have infusions you can put in, which sometimes can give, for the quest, a different kind of outcome. So invisibility, blessed, which makes more damage to undead or unholy creatures. Haste, make them travel faster. Inspiration, so they can talk better. Frost armor, which makes them more resistant to damage in general. Fire resistant, as well as, again, invisibility. So some of these infusions do overlap. But yeah. So many of them. I love you, Gracie. I love you too, Exie. Alright, I guess if anyone could handle casting crazy, powerful, probably cursed teleportation spell, it's you. Or the innkeeper, but I guess you're not volunteering. Unless you want to permanently be transformed into drinks, I can't help you. Good thing you've got me, then, to cast a spell and to keep you company afterwards. I'll stay behind to ensure the spell's stability and improve the chances of keeping my promise. Sounds lovely. Would you like a drink to assist you in this matter? No, I think I'd like to keep destiny in my own hands today, but thank you. Let's do this then. Before I change my mind and lock you in a tower. I'd like to see you try. Let's see what's playing. Kingdom Hearts. Ooh, we have to change it over to games and demos. The mouse corp sent her a warning for the audio. Of course it did. Of course it did. Yeah, there's just very specific... Like, yeah. Like, I'd love to be able to stream Kingdom Hearts to you all at some point. I should probably just play it on my own. Because it's just one of those games where Disney is like, no, you're not allowed because it has a lot of our music and we don't like to share the music. You don't get muted if you have it set to games and demos. It should still, they're probably less on the lookout for it though, Jess, is my guess. You said to audio to mute, yeah. I believe there's only like 1 or 2 songs that's like definitely you gotta mute. I think the beginning song of pretty much every game. Like the beginning cutscene. And probably at the end. You have to mute the monitor for any speedruns, yeah. Which honestly really sucks. Yeah, just you'd know a little bit more since you've streamed Kingdom Hearts quite a few times with your speedruns and your critical runs. It is so stupid. I get it, because technically speaking, all the games that we stream, technically speaking, they're copywritten too. So technically speaking, all these companies could be coming to us and being like, no, don't stream the game. This is copywritten. I don't want you doing it. But also, most game devs are like, it gives us free advertising. Why wouldn't we want free advertising? So like it's, yeah. It mutes a lot of the OST too. Really? That is so dumb. It is Disney being Disney as well. That as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's annoying. The opening, closing credits 100%. Yeah, those two I knew for sure. You got muted for DuckTales Remastered. Oh my god. Like the amount of games I've bought because I saw someone stream it, right? Like it's so much free advertising. Like why? Why? I don't get it. Like the amount of games I've seen you all play, and then I'm like, oh my god, I gotta play it. And then obviously my backlog keeps growing, and obviously I can only get through so many games while I'm streaming them, so I'm probably never gonna get to them anyways, but I've still bought the games when they went on sale. So like, I don't know. Yeah, no, I get it though, Lissy and Chiro. It's frustrating. I'd like to see you try. Alright. Are you ready? Ready as I'll ever be. You better keep her well hydrated while I'm gone, innkeeper. Will do. See you soon. You can count on that. Looks like everyone else is ready to get it going as well. So shush and let me concentrate. What was nice about Square Enix and the other of them is they were like, here's a list of songs you absolutely... Yeah. I did really appreciate that, because I did stream Theater Rhythm. I should probably get back to it at some point, because I never really actually finished the game. I believe I unlocked all the songs, I just never made it through all the challenges or achievements or whatever they were called. But yeah, there were, like, what, Jess, like, well, at least when the game originally released, like 5 or so songs, I think, that they were like, no, don't do it. I know there was one in X2 that they were like, no, don't do it. YRP in position. That's the only way I remember the actual... I don't remember the name of the song, but I know that's one of them. But yeah. So shush and let me concentrate. Ooh. Oh, you look weak. Well, hopefully that's not dead. Real emotion. Thank you. There was 1,000 words, I think, from X2. A song from 8. There was a few. Oh. There was a song from 8, too? Whoops! I might have played those on stream. Whatever. Grace? Grace? Grace, are you? Oh no. Thank you for your hard work. You've been a joy to have in my tavern. Andrew, please keep an eye on the door. I'll go lay her down somewhere safe. Did we just lose Grace? So far we've lost Alethea, and it kind of sounds like we lost Grace here. That's one way to get a look at my secret rooms, Grace. Wish you could have asked differently, though. What do you want? I know you gave me hot chocolate, but this is not the time. Hello, innkeeper. Oh, hello. I'm welcome, or something. It's okay. You don't have to say anything. Just came here to check on you. Are you waiting? Yes. Mind if I wait with you? Please do. Of course. Did we just lose Grace? Army of Friendship? I get the feeling this is the last one. Final lullaby. Kind of sounds like it. Act 4, The Wake, Chapter 25, Final Lullaby, First of the Dying Moon. Well, the world doesn't seem to have ended. They should be getting back soon. Maybe they'll bring me a snack? A round of applause for the heirs of Asteria, please. Did you bring back snacks? What? Sorry. Applause. That's better. Is that a winning grin you're wearing? What else would it be? The world is safe and keep. I'm happy to hear that. Not that I expected anything less, but... It's good to stop worrying? Yes. Can I offer you heroes a drink? Not quite yet. I'm not starting my heroic story without Gracie. I need her oohs and ahs and X be more carefuls. Where is she anyway? Did she get tired of you? X, I'm sorry, she didn't make it. What do you mean she didn't make it? Like, you mean in time? She didn't make it back in time? Did she go to take a nap? She didn't survive the teleportation spell. She promised. I know. No, you don't get it. She promised she'd be okay. Grace doesn't break her promises. She didn't get a choice this time. But Dragons. Gracie, you had to insist on dying a hero, didn't you? Where is she? In one of the rooms upstairs. The one with the pink carnations hanging from the do not enter sign. Okay. Thank you for taking care of her. Uggs Hex, right? She was the most talented witch I've ever met. She was, and the kindest one, too. But I guess a good heart can save you, even if hers saved me. That's awful. Yeah, she was a wonderful woman. The world's gonna miss her. I'm thankful for her help, though. Without her, we would have never made it. I hope she knew that. That's why she did it, yeah. I think she did. We always made sure she'd never forget how talented she was after all. So, you two, drinks? Would that make you feel better? A little. I'll take one then. Something that'll make me feel like a featherlight nymph, maybe? Thank you, Fable. I'm actually surprised there was deaths in this game. You know what? No. Hot chocolate. We will make you a hot chocolate. Millie's favorite drink. And one defense. Here, your favorite. I'm always comforted by the extent to which you know me. Thank you. I guess we should get on with the epic and heroic story now, right? I'd appreciate that. I'll start with the other group that took care of the roots. I imagine it began with a battle of wits. They're safe, the roots and the people. Archie got his fancy diplomat friend to get help from the local government with the evacuating. Sounded like they got everyone out real quick. Then, all that was left was kicking some undead ass. Kyle said they had a lot of help too, like he and Countess Evelyn decimated a whole section of the undead army all by themselves. The Banshee and the Mary Morgan answered Baya's call and scared some of the skeletons to dust. A powerful wizard and a bunch of familiars and former familiars showed up with claws and fire at the ready. Okay. I did not expect this. But this is kind of cool. So essentially all the quests that we've made along the way, like Baya and the Mary Morgan and the Banshee, and now the powerful wizard and a bunch of familiars and former familiars, these are all quests that we had our adventurers settle as we progress through the game. So now things are all coming together, which is kind of neat. Even Neil's parents showed up with a group of retired adventurers from Borkum. Yeah, yay continuity. This game has been great in that aspect. Uncle Dragon came by and helped too, together with a werewolf settlement from the Ashen Grove. Was glad to hear the old fool still got some guts in him. Sounds eventful, but the team won? They won. And you won too. Barely. That sounds exciting. You got a strange definition of exciting. The teleportation spell worked really well. It was super precise. We could even see the outline of the astral portal, lined in the blood of the first vampire, and showing us this desecrated aperture on the other side. In front of us, stretching endlessly, was a wide river of the astral sea. Its glistening water was mixed with immortal blood. We were sure it would lead us straight to Quasar, but the water was pretty deep, and we didn't bring a boat. So Clay called out to the sun humpback whale for help. Oh my god. I'm loving this. It showed up in a shower of stardust and allowed us to ride on its back. Though the fight was... Okay. Before I should have probably done this before I started the day. I'm gonna go block raids real quick. I know it's not technically our usual stopping time, but we are close to the end of the game, I'm assuming, by this point. Though the fight was tough. Having the sun whale there definitely helped, even though Khazar banished it whenever it got too close. Voy kept healing us whenever we went down, but he still had an undead Tia on his side. So we lost 2 of the characters, which begs the question that I'm wondering is if you can keep both of them alive, or if they're both dead regardless. For Tia, it kind of sounds like she dies either way, because he needs her to go through the portal. For Grace, I really don't know that we could have really done anything else, to be honest. Like, she wanted to do this. Either way. Though I did my best to keep her at bay with my arrows. Eventually, Clay got to her. He made sure she didn't have to fight us anymore. He'll give her a proper burial soon. You better show up. I'll be there. But I guess that didn't end the fight. No. Carolyn kept Khazar at bay for a long time, but I dropped. I hate to admit it, but I did. He was stronger than anything I'd ever fought. That axe is no joke, but neither was his determination. Voy managed to get her away from him just in time, but it was looking pretty bad for all of us. Only, I was still in his way. I prepared myself to call on all the powers gave me, no matter the cost, when X cast Fireball. Because in D&D you always cast Fireball, no matter what. It doesn't matter. No, I cast Soulbind. The whale had been a huge chunk out of Khazar's shoulder. And he looked bad. Bad enough that I thought I might be able to pull his soul out. So I thought I might as well give it a try. That could have ended you, or our friends. Could have. But I guess us X's are known for risky moves, huh? Plus, Gracie would have killed me if I didn't make it back. I had no choice but to survive. Did it work? Obviously. I pulled his soul straight out of his body, and in my panic, I bound it to the closest object. Hers great axe? Precisely. I think it's just a cursed great axe now. We even brought it home for you. Thought it'd make it for a great tavern decoration. Lynn's been carrying it for me. Here you go. Oh, this is weird. This is weird. We'll snooze the ads. I don't know how long I'll be able to keep snoozing the ads, but I mean, it's pretty. And even if I wanted to destroy it, I guess I really can't. It's a divine weapon. I love it. This will spice up my tavern wonderfully. Ha! I knew you'd like it. Thank you all for the wonderful story. I'm very proud of you. We couldn't have done it without your help. Or without Grace's. How about I get you all another drink in the house, and we could tell her the story? I'm sure she'd love to hear it. That sounds wonderful. It's been a blast, Innkeeper. Thank you for everything. Cheers to a million more adventures, or something like that? Don't get all sentimental on us now. Let's go tell a story. Let's. All's well that ends well. Sadly, that is not everything. This has been a really good game. I really, really loved it. It was a little bit longer than I expected. Though on Google, it did say that it was a 20-hour game. And we're at 28.2, which makes sense because, like, I'm reading all the lines out loud. I'm trying to put intonations, and then, of course, raids and that kind of stuff. Like, it all adds up. So, but, like, I really, really enjoyed this game. It's been a very, very good time. Oh, look, everyone's sitting outside, actually. I didn't notice that. Look at that. Everyone's over here. The music was great. Like I said, the aspect that you can choose how the quest goes. Oh wait, that's a statue of Alethea too, I just noticed. Okay. This is kind of cute. I'm kind of distracted. Baya's hiding in the bush, Scully on the chair, Clay with all the animals, and Archie just writing. So now I'm distracted. Usually I don't get distracted during credits, but this is distracting. Yeah, I love that you could decide which way the quest was going to go. The visuals were great. Oh my god. Kyle in the mirror, not being able to see himself other than the cape and the hat. Voy and Scully doing God knows what over here. Una crocheting clay with the statue of Lethea. Which begs the question, I really do wonder what's going to happen in the DLC. That's my next question, is what is happening in the DLC? Melly on the rooftop with Neil. Fable teaching Carolyn bow. Congrats, thank you. Like I said, I knew I was ending it tonight. I just didn't know how much longer I had. But no, this has been a really good game. I really loved it. Which again, now begs the question, is there a way to save Grace and Tia? That's what I'm curious about. Because I know there's 3 endings, like I was saying earlier. But that sounds like a very powerful sword. I'm gonna take a gander, and that's Carolyn's sword. So I guess from what I'm seeing here, this was a Kickstarter game, because we're seeing all the people coming in. And I guess Quincy was a character based on one of the Kickstarter people, because one of the first names had Quincy in it. So I'm guessing one of the top tier presents, or whatever how you want to put it, was to have a character in the game that you probably described and decided the stuff on. Una repairing our roof again. Oh, Millie's playing with playing detective with a dollhouse. Okay, these are cute. I'll get to the question of the day that popped up in a second. But no, honestly, this game was amazing. Like, I didn't cry, but I definitely felt sad when I heard that Thea and Grace died. Like, not many games have had me really have emotions, I guess, in a way. Iniko putting a boar on which Jade is riding. What the heck? Oh, and Carolyn's still training Archie. Okay. But yeah, no, this game has been good. I hope you all enjoyed it. I really do hope you all enjoyed it. So, our friends at Future Friends, I'm finally getting to the DLC of this game. I probably would have gotten here much sooner, but I really did not feel good in December. So it got delayed a little bit, so I apologize. But we finally made it, at least to the DLC, which is what I'm supposed to be reviewing. Whoops. But that will be probably Thursday, I think. Unless we have something else. I'm gonna have to double check when we're supposed to be playing Panicore with Jess, Kyra, and Niall. I don't remember. Was it on the 28th? I don't remember. No, 28th is a Friday. So it wouldn't be the 28th. 24th? I'll have to double check. I know it's coming. I don't remember the exact date, though. Or is it that the 25th? I don't know. I'll have to check after stream. After we're done here. Oh, I never realized Una has only one leg. whichever is the Tuesday, I think. And maybe? They had a lot of Kickstarter backers. I think we're still in that list. Dang. But no, this game was great. Like, I don't even know what else to say about this game other than it was a great time. And I'm kind of curious about what the other two... Excuse me. The other two... endings. That's what I'm looking for. Endings are. It was great to watch. Was it, though? Because I'm not that great at voice acting. That much I can tell you. It was nice to... It was kind of nice to voice the big, bad, evil guy, Kazar, when he came in, though. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. But yeah, I usually always let the credits roll all the way through. Just to honor the devs. Bad guys are fun, they are. They are. He had so much anger, loathing. Crazy. You like Crazy Girls? I like any character that's unorthodox. So Crazy Girls would probably fall in there. So I agree. I agree. Though I'm not really great at voicing Crazy, I don't think. But my issue is keeping the same voice for all the different characters is my issue. Because I'm sure if I were to take a look at the VODs, each time I was voicing all these characters, my voice was probably different every time. Whoops. Like, I knew, and I think Una's probably, Una and Baya. Una and Baya are probably the two that are probably, like, the most similar throughout the entire playthrough. Everyone else I probably fucked up. It's fine. Is it though? Is it though? It would definitely wouldn't get me a job, that much I can tell you, if I mess up the lines all the time. Okay, I can't snooze any more ads. So I guess ads are happening in 5 minutes whether I like it or not. That's what feeds the blooper reels. Fair, if there are bloopers anyways. Fair enough. Because even with me trying to feminize my voice just overall a little bit more over time, I recognize that my voice is probably shifting all the time still. Voy teaching Fable how to play a stringed instrument. Is that a little dragon over here? This feels very quiet. Did the song end? Did they not put it all the way through the credits? This feels weird. That is a lot of people that kickstarted the game, though. Like, holy cow. That is a lot. Giving myself one more in-game day. Your overhead is at 4K. Your patience is improving. Oh my god. Good job, Tiger. Good job. Yeah, because normally you're in bed right about now, especially on the week just about to start. I believe, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, jeez. I just realized we're now just hitting the bronze Kickstarter tier. We're here still for a bit. You are usually? Okay, yeah. Yeah, what time do you normally go to bed? Because I know normally you're not in bed too late. Not usually anyways. 10 to 10:30. Okay, so it's not super late yet, but a little bit later. Got it. An hour to half an hour. That's a lot of Amandas. All right. Well, we'll go with the question of the day or whatever the timer that went off earlier, because I really didn't expect this to be this long. Where's that question? What was the question? Who would you give an Oscar to this year if you could award it to anyone? To be honest, I'm not a Oscar. That's which kind of award is it? The movie one? I live under a rock. I don't know who's what. It is okay. I'd give it to Jess. Because Jess did fill in a role that we might be able to see. So, there you go. Jess it is. You haven't starred in anything? You don't have to star. You're just in the background. That's fine. You're still in something, so you still deserve it. That's how this works, right? We're only in the B's. Sheesh. Like I said, I do try to have the full credits play out, so we're gonna stick around. And I'm hoping the bronze is the last one. We're in the C's. It's fine, right? It's not gonna take another half hour. It might. It might. Ads are about to start, so we'll at least wait until after the ads. If the ads are done and it's still not done, then I guess we'll back out. I hate doing it, but long credits are long. What? What are we umming, Jess? It's fine, I promise. You're completely and utterly fine. Alright, ads are starting. I apologize. I love you. Excuse me. Or the ads should be starting? Right? Right? There they are. I was like, what's going on? Where's the ads? I knew they were coming. Alright, are the ads done? No, not the ads are not done yet. Okay. And we're only in the E's. Sheesh. Like I said, I don't normally skip credits, but these credits are just as long as Spyro, which is like, or the reignited the Spyro, so it's like 3 games into 1. So yeah. Alright, let's finally skip this since the ads are now done. I'm assuming there's going to be an after credits thing. So let's take a look. Oh no, no after credits. Okay. So I guess next time we just play DLC right from here. I should show you your class videos? Do it. I just realized that this entire time we could have had a, I did not know that this game had Twitch, integration. And that's actually kind of neat. So I guess you guys could have been choosing drinks along with me. But this game has been great. So, next time, Wanted Wall? What the heck? I'm guessing this is more, more Kickstarter backers, if I were to take a guess, which is kind of cute. But yeah, so next time, which will probably be on Thursday, we will finally start the DLC.
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting down below.